Hi everybody, welcome back to theCUBE After Dark. We're here in the Embarcadero at Lamar. My name is Dave Vellante. John Furrier is also here, but I'm doing the duty right now. John covered it this afternoon and this morning over at Moscone West. Just wall-to-wall coverage of RSAC. We're here with Open Policy and the NYSE Wired, Anisha. It's our second year doing theCUBE After Dark at RSAC. Excited to have Tim Freestone here. He's the CMO of Kiteworks. Tim, good to see you. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, thanks Dave, appreciate it.
Give us the bumper sticker on Kiteworks.
Sure, so Kiteworks enables our companies to deploy what we call private data networks. And as the name might indicate, it's a network dedicated to the movement of private data. So if you think about cybersecurity in general, the point, with the exception of sabotage, is to secure data. And we've made it our point then to put the security layer at the data layer, or the security at the data layer. Many companies focus on infrastructure, network, web applications, the cloud. We focus on data.
It's a data problem.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And just to extend on that and kind of close it off, it's about extending not just security but zero trust as a concept to the data layer as well. So least privilege access to your data, always on monitoring, always or never trust, always verify. These principles need to be extended down to the data layer, and we do that for customers.
I mean, I'm looking at your customer list. I mean, you guys are legit. I mean, you got HPE, Hyundai, Kohler, Heinz, Bombardier, eBay, Mitre, Shell Oil, Target. I mean, on and on and on. I mean, how long? Give us the history. How long you been around? How you knock down these like brand name companies? I mean, these are not easy companies to sell to.
Sure. So obviously we're not a startup. But I will say that we've essentially operated as one for about 6 years when our CEO, Jonathan Yaron, took over. Prior to that, we'd been around and known more affectionately in the industry as a company called Inception, but really dedicated to just one use case of secure file sharing. When Jonathan Yaron came on, he saw that there was a bigger challenge for the customers, which was it's not just about securing data that you share as files, but it's about securing data through all of the channels through which data move, and then started to create it as more of a platform play covering email, file share, managed file transfer, APIs, SFTP, any way that data can move, and create a platform out of it. 3 or 4 years ago, 4 years ago now, I came on and I said, hey, the platform name was Kiteworks, the company name was Inception, and I basically just said, look, we got a brand problem. Let's get rid of the name Inception. Let's elevate the name Kiteworks. And I would say for the past 6 to 5 years, we really have reinvented and sort of acted as a startup. But those customers have been with us for a long time.
So public policy has really started to pay attention to cyber threats.
Yeah.
I mean, certainly the last administration, did some executive orders, and you've got the cyber incidents disclosure orders and things of that nature. How has public policy affected your business, how your customers perceive you, and their actions in terms of what they've been required actually to do? Yeah,
I mean, it's, we were saying before we went on here, we were talking a little bit about this, but we look at customer decisions falling in basically two buckets for our customers. One is the board decrees it to be so, and budget gets disseminated as such, or the governments do, federal and state governments, and that's where policy comes in and regulators come in, and that's just those are the entities that are creating priorities for our customers, and so we look at lobbying and policymakers as a real critical part of the process for us as a solution provider, but for our customers in terms of where they spend their money and how they make decisions. So it's a big deal.
So what kind of data can you securely, move? Private data? Is it emails? Is it data that floats around APIs?
Yeah.
Any data? How do you? What's the scope of your ability?
Sure. So short answer is any data. When it moves. So we're not making a play for the data storage space. That's been well covered for the most part. We come in when it's...
Yes and no.
Yeah, maybe we have a play there too, but we really focus on when it moves and when it's in use and any data. Now, I'll say any data, but where our customers really have trouble is unstructured data for the most part.
unstructured data.
Yeah, unstructured data. Because really structured data is sitting in a database being queried actively by applications, so then it becomes a bit about perimeter security, network security. But when it becomes unstructured, whether it's a database or documents, and moves from person to person or machine to machine, that's where our customers are having real difficulty tracking where it goes, who sent it, how to get there, how long was it there. And this is, again, when regulators and policymakers become important, because they're coming near our customers and saying, hey, where did all that PII go, right? Where did it go? And we give our customers the ability to give an answer to that question.
So is it metadata and lineage? Because a lot of people say, well, I'm just going to encrypt the data in motion. What's the big deal? But it's what happened, who did it.
Exactly.
It's all the lineage.
Correct.
And the metadata associated with that, that's your wheelhouse.
Correct.
Is that right?
I mean, encryption's table stakes. We, of course, encrypt double encryption, file, disk level. But controlling who does what with it, that's the first layer, which is the control part of our platform. And that's where the zero trust principles come in. And then tracking. So at metadata layer, all of the material information of what happened to that data, we roll up to our customers, and we package it up in a way that makes it easier for them to prove CMMC compliance, HIPAA compliance, all those different types of regulations.
So the business case really is compliance, is that
Yes,
right?
That's the business case.
Okay. So it's like binary, you got to do it. You do it. But like the holy grail of compliance business cases is there's actually other business value that you can drive. What are some of those maybe hidden gems that you guys might have found, those kind of maybe unintended positive consequences of implementing your system?
Yeah, well, I mean, one of the big ones is just organizing, providing a platform for organizing what they have that's sensitive. That's a big deal.
Just even knowing.
Just knowing, right? And giving a venue and a system for our customers to be confident that they aren't exposing their customers' data to the wrong people at the wrong time and becoming a liability. So yes, compliance is a driver, but we were in business and driving business long before all the regulators came out with all of those requirements. So,
how are you approaching AI? Where do you kind of draw the line? You know, there's a lot of automation, obviously.
Yeah.
There's a lot of automated classification. Everybody's worried about data leakage. How do you handle that? And where do you kind of draw the line on going all in on AI and automation versus trying to balance just caution?
Yeah. So we have AI in our platform. I mean, you kind of have to have it to even be in market today. So that's table stakes. But where we deliver value for our customers is we have a use case that we call the AI Data Gateway. So if you think about how customers are driving value of especially large language models in an enterprise, in a private setting, they need to create knowledge bases that LLMs can query to provide data information to their employees and different use cases throughout. Customer support needs to understand tickets and how to solve problems. So we act as the control layer between systems of record like Salesforce, NetSuite, all of these different places where private data lives. We move that data into the knowledge base of an enterprise AI system so that the large language model can leverage it. What we do when we do that is we provide the tracking and controls of what data goes into that system for use. And it's excuse me, the same use case and value for any other system moving data. It's just a new system moving data.
Explain your partner ecosystem. Maybe paint a picture, if you would.
Sure. As with most enterprise technology and cyber vendors, we have a robust partner ecosystem. We do have a couple of preferred distributors, probably I'd say a preferred distributor. Climb Channel has been a really solid distributor for us for several years now. We work with a lot of the usual suspects, GuidePoint, SHI, WWT, on and on and on. It's critical to us. We consider ourselves a partner-first cybersecurity vendor. And it's not just lip service. We drive our deals through the channel. Obviously, we get a significant portion of our deals from the channel, so it's really critical to our success.
And then what's your go-to-market?
In what context?
Like is it a direct sales? Is it all through the
it's a mix, but it's heavily channel weighted.
Okay,
yeah.
so So your direct sales would be what? It's like channel support, sort of an overlay? Or is that
The
right?
direct sales isn't channel support, so we do have a CAM organization. They do direct sales, but they always bring in a channel partner in the process to ensure delivery, fulfillment.
And
all
what's your
those things.
sales cycle look like? Is it a,
You know, it's gotten a lot shorter for, we're not sure the reason, other than maybe just increased demand for the data layer security. But enterprise sales cycles last about 104 days, which is not bad for, and we're talking enterprise anywhere from, in terms of deal size, 100,000 to $1 million plus. It's 100 days.
And what do you got going on at RSA? I mean, other than thank you for attending this event, but
Yeah, of course.
what else is happening here?
Well, it's RSA is sort of like one of those things you love to hate and hate to love, but we do have a booth. It's got goats in it. One of the challenges.
Wait, goat? Like live
we
goats?
have so last year we had puppies. We broke the seal for puppies. I think other vendors are having puppies. And this year we have goats because we have this feeling that Kiteworks is the goat for data security. So we have
The
six.
Tom Brady of data security.
We have 6 to 8 dwarf goats in our booth. So come by and see the goats.
You got goats.
We got goats.
Live goats.
Live goats.
Goats are stinky, Tim.
Yeah, I know. We got a big booth.
I live in a farm town, man.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
go by the goat. I ride my bike. Go, whoa.
Yeah. You can't walk by a stinky booth full of goats and not stop. Let's just say that.
So you're from San Francisco,
I live in the area. I live in San Jose.
but you grew up in the Bay Area?
No. Actually, I grew up in. It's a long story. You got time? No,
Yeah,
I
we
grew
got
up in. I grew up in Montana. I lived in New York City for 15 years, and I've lived here for about 10.
Oh, okay. Because I thought you maybe from the Bay Area. I said Tom Brady's a goat.
No.
I thought you'd maybe say Montana be the goat when you're out here.
So
but
I
of course,
have
you're from
experience
Montana.
with goats, yes, in Montana. So, and also I'll note for every demo that we schedule at the goat booth, we're donating to 4-H.
Oh, cool.
People may know what 4-H
Yeah,
is.
4-H is
but-
awesome.
Yeah, so-
The kids participate and
Yeah.
they give back, so
Yeah.
that's nice.
Yeah.
Well, Tim, great to meet you.
Yeah,
Thanks so
thanks
much
a lot.
for coming on theCUBE.
Appreciate it. Take care.
All right, and thank you for watching. I'm going to call it theCUBE at sundown now, guys. I'll be calling it theCUBE after dark, but it's still light out. So this is Dave Vellante, John Furrier's here. You're watching theCUBE at RSAC 2025. We're here with Open Policy and NYSE Wired. Right back, right after this short break.